Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Mike from the Retrollectors. And have you ever had a game that you wish you could experience again for the first time? A game that you played maybe constantly as a child, or a game that you can honestly say that you could put back in and play again? But imagine that for the very first time, your first very experience of a said game. Here's my top 5 list of great games that I've played as a child and I would love to re-experience again for the very first time. Number 5, Super Mario Bros. 3. What can't be said about this game that hasn't been said already? This is a fantastic game that, you know what, as a child, we all wish that we can go back and play again for the very first time. I remember when this game first came out, The Wizard was in theaters, and it was one of the games that was showcased only in a movie. I remember like watching this movie as a kid and seeing Super Mario Bros. 3 for the first time, and it was unbelievable. The hype behind it was a testament for itself. It was such a great game, and still to this day, one of the greatest games on any system. It can go down as probably one of the greatest games, definitely on probably the NES, and possibly on the greatest game of any system ever made. Number 4. I remember getting this game as a pack-in game with my Sega Genesis. It was a game that I used to love playing. It was one of the mascots for the system, and that's Sonic 2. I remember this game being one of the fastest games that I've honestly ever played. This was the reason why there was a Sega Genesis and a Super Nintendo battle. This game brought the forefront of all mascots against Mario. Mario was the true mascot for any system. This was the runner-up. This was a great game. I remember playing this game and still playing this game, doing the speed dash just for the shits and giggles, just to hear the sound, trying to get Tails killed, which obviously you couldn't. What a great game this was for a pack-in game. Number 3. Another launch title for the N64. What a great game this was. What can't be said about this game that I haven't said already? This is one of my top 3 games of all time on any console. This was the launch title for the N64, and it's Mario on 3D. Are you kidding me? Mario in 3D? What can't be said about Mario in 3D? I remember playing Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3, and this game going to 3D, being able to go anywhere you wanted, do whatever you wanted. It was great. What a great game. This is probably, like I said, one of the greatest games on the N64 lineup, that's for sure, and one of the greatest games, in my opinion, of all time. Love that game. Number 2. Much like Mario Bros. 3, this game goes down as one of the greatest games on the system, on the N64. What a great, fantastic title this is. I remember the scale going through this game. You can go anywhere you wanted. You could do anything you wanted. There's plentiful secrets in this game. What a great game this is. One of probably the greatest games, in my opinion, on the N64, and probably one of the greatest games I've ever played, bar none. Number 1. I remember playing the original Metal Gear on the NES, and as a child, when I was 8 or 9 years old, I didn't quite understand the whole lore behind it. I didn't quite understand what I had to do. I bought it secondhand, cartridge only, and with no manual, no instructions as to what to do, I was lost. But in '98, when I went to go rent this at Blockbuster with a buddy of mine, we played this, and it was unbelievable. We didn't have a memory card back then, and I remember having to start this game over and over again until I ended up buying it, and with a memory card, and playing this game so many times that I remember beating it to save Meryl. I remember beating it to save Otacon. I remember getting the bandana. I remember getting the tuxedo. This game is probably one of the greatest games on the PlayStation, in my opinion. You guys probably have your own greatest games on any system that you can honestly say. Leave them down in the comments. Make even a video response. Let me know what you guys think of one of the greatest games, or greatest games that you can honestly say that you would love to play again for the very first time on any console. Make a video response. I would love to hear it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Thanks, guys.